Excellent. My third story, so as you can see they're nice, sharp, quick stories, is Pipe Cardenas. Pipe is 24 and he's from Colombia. And I was describing to someone yesterday that in my experience, Colombia is an incredible country that I'm dying to go to. So someone said, well, what countries are you interested in? And I began to explain why it is that I feel Colombia is this incredibly dynamic, vibrant, up-and-coming nation. And the person was sort of shocked and said, why? What inspires that? And I said, well, it's my experience with people such as Pipe. Colombia in the AIESEC world is one of our top countries. They're exporting talent all across the world. In our office at the moment, we've got Pipe running the global office. We've got last year's members of the global team. They're spread all across the world. So Pipe, in his role, supports more than 4,000 young people in Ibero-America. Now, who knows what Ibero-America is? Hazard a guess, Daniel?
Spain and South America.
Yeah.
South America.
Exactly. Spain, Portugal, and Latin America as a region. So to develop key competencies by executing entrepreneurial initiatives. So I mentioned that the Leadership and Learning Program was a key part of what we do. This is what Pipe is rolling out in Ibero-America. And he really believes that encouraging entrepreneurial spirit among young people is critical for the future. So with that in mind, again, I'll try and get him to give us his voice, and we'll see if it works. Oh, alas. Okay. Well, there's Pipe speaking to us anyway. Okay. Cool. Never mind. So I'll have something to make us feel better in a moment about the technology. But essentially, our messages for the future from AIESEC and from our different experiences are that we feel that entrepreneurial spirit, civil society, business and government partnerships, and the mobility of talent and resources are critical for our future. This is our message, if you like, to the current generation. And we're so proud to work with an organisation like EBBF, who are members of between 18 and 80, Daniel was telling me, who are really taking up this responsibility for positive change. So I think the most exciting opportunity then is to be able to work together to create positive stories. The technology didn't work today, but these stories are rolling out right across the world as we speak, in all of your countries. So basically I think the most exciting opportunity is for us to take this beyond this room, if you like, and out into our countries and our places where we are present. So to give us an insight into what that means, what does it mean to work as an EBBF member with AIESEC, I'd like to get some perspectives from our members in Switzerland and Austria, and Switzerland and France. So if I can have, Austria and France. I'm new to Europe. So if we might have Mark and Sorvina come up. And give them a round of applause. Okay, so if you guys can tell us, what is it like to work with AIESEC members in terms of contribution to peace and the presentation we've just given?
Yes, my name is Harna, and I'm coming from Austria. And I think the partnership of EBBF Austria and AIESEC was very much inspired by the work EBBF Italy does with Pedro Viatti and his gang, this group of EBBFs.
Gang, not band.
And because I came once to an EBBF conference, and Beppe and his EBBF group of Italy was telling stories what they're doing in Italy with AIESEC and how inspiring it is, and that the youth are wonderful and that they want to move the world, and and that they have a longing actually to cooperate also with organizations who have values and who are interested in social responsibility and leadership. And so when I went back, due to George Starcher, who had a connection at that time with Alexis Eremia, who was the vice president of AIESEC Austria, we got to know each other. And now I would say that Alexis, who ran 2 years for vice presidency in AIESEC Austria, are very close friends, because I experienced that in AIESEC you have youth who are so idealistic, who really want to change the world, who want to make a positive impact. Like when you read the media and all this, you often experience that people say, oh, we have no future, look at the youth of today, drugs, alcohol, many other things, and self-centeredness and individualistic and all these things. But if you meet IESECers, you somehow get so much hope for the future, because you have all these students who really are working there voluntarily, like in their free time. They organize conferences, seminars. They are very open, like people from all different backgrounds are more than welcome to join. Their openness is not only for culture, but also for religious beliefs, which I find very important nowadays, because many people think tolerance means that you are somehow respecting other cultures, but when it comes to beliefs, we say, oh no, we don't want that. But I really, I think the years we have now collaborated with IESEC Austria were one of the most amazing years actually of my life, because I experienced that not only in EBBF you have people who want to make a positive impact on life, but also there are other organizations. And I think, for example, in Austria we had twice a seminar with Eloy Anello. You heard about his name during this conference. He founded the Baha'i-inspired Nur University in Bolivia, and he gives twice a seminar for IESEC Austria on moral leadership. And there we experienced that, for example, many youth also within IESEC, I mean, it is quite shocking what is happening outside in the world, all this crisis and all this corruption. And when you hear then somebody offering a model for moral leadership, they really have the feeling that they can make a positive impact in society by exercising moral leadership. Or we invited once Mr. Atazal on sustainability. So for them, it is so great to meet people also outside of IESEC who are older and they are still idealistic. So I think that these two organizations
even more
and even more idealistic, okay. And I really think that this collaboration of EBBF and IESEC can do a lot for the common good in the world. And I'm really happy that I found very close friends within IESEC. So it is not just the business partnership or something, it is actually a friendship, it is a community where you work for the common good, and I can just recommend to everybody to get to know IESEC.